And welcome back. Well, we have a lot to talk about, so let's get to it. Tonight's forecast will be in the mid-70s. Showers and thunderstorms still moving on through. And again, this is all with Tropical Storm Barry. Still out in the Gulf Coast. Tomorrow, though, it will be making landfall somewhere along the Louisiana coast, most likely. It's most likely because random weird things can happen, but this is a pretty good bet right now, about a 95% certainty. That makes landfall on Louisiana coast sometime between probably about 8 a.m. to noon. And we're still going to see showers and thunderstorms across our viewing area. The heaviest rain should stay off to our southwest. This, although, is unfortunately going to rotate up to us here in Meridian once we get into the later portions of the weekend. Highs for tomorrow, temperatures in the mid to lower 80s. So a big difference, well below average for this time of year. And those winds are still going to be gusty out of the south-southeast, 15 to 20 miles per hour. Showers and heavier thunderstorms along with this. Now, here is Barry right now. We're looking at the infrared channels. What that basically means is we're just looking at cloud tops. So the reds and the whites you see are very high clouds. They're colder. Notice the northern hemisphere of Barry doesn't look like much, and it really doesn't. It's actually being impacted by a little bit of dry air as well as wind shear. Wind shear is the change of wind speed and direction with height. So at the ground you may have a southerly wind, but 10,000 feet up in the air you may have some southeasterly or easterly wind. Tropical systems do not like that. It will tear them apart very, very quickly, just a little bit of it. But it hasn't done that to Barry. And this is an interesting case where it hasn't, but it is keeping the showers and thunderstorms at bay. And that won't last too much longer, though. It's still strengthening even in this environment. So we're watching it closely. We're already seeing some of those rain bands moving along the Gulf Coast right now near Gulfport and New Orleans. And unfortunately, that is going to bring a lot of rain really all across Louisiana, as well as up into us, Hattiesburg, all of Mississippi, really, at least the southern 2/3 of the state. So just kind of get ready for that flash flooding to be a factor. Here's our visible satellite imagery. The center is right about here. You really can't see too much. There are still several low-level features trying to interact with each other, just little circulations. And if they coalesce and they can line up with the mid-level circulation, that's when they really start to strengthen. The good news is Barry does not look like that. It's not going to happen with Barry before it reaches landfall. One thing it could have is what we call a brown ocean effect. That is, all the rain that it dumps down can actually use that as fuel to kind of keep itself going for a little bit longer. Good news is it's not going to sit over Louisiana too long before it already starts to move up northerly. It'll be in northern Louisiana probably tomorrow evening. So yeah, it's going to hurry up and get out of here. The bad news is we're still expecting quite a bit of rain to fall along with Barry, anywhere from 3, 5, even 7 inches total. It's a horrible time for my graphics to freeze up, but we're still talking, again, 3 to 5, 7 inches of rain, localized heavier amounts than that, and a flash flood watch is in effect for us. It officially goes into effect at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning and doesn't get out of here really until 8 a.m. on your Monday. So yeah, unfortunately, we're still looking at a lot of rain is yet to fall. Remember, flash flooding, if you don't have to go outside this weekend, don't. It's going to be rainy, it's going to be windy. We have a tropical system that's going to impact us. So just stay inside and try to ride it out or just enjoy the weather. And unfortunately, places down, if you have anybody near New Orleans or Lafayette, Louisiana, unfortunately, they're going to pick up a lot of rain, anywhere from 12 to 18 inches. Now, the good news is as we go on throughout the rest of this weekend, temperatures are going to stay in the 80s until we get into next week. Probably about Tuesday is when we're going to start to see the effects of Barry get out of here. And once that happens, temperatures are going to turn back into the 90s. And unfortunately, though, we're going to have plenty of moisture along with us. And so it's going to be very, very humid outside. That's not going to go away anytime soon.